And by my good friend, introduce yourself, good sir.
I am NomisWins, and nobody knows my true voice.
Okay, and then we're here, if you could judge by the title, talking about the whole Vic Mignogna situation once again. I made a video about this a couple months ago, and I wasn't gonna do another one until a lot more crap popped up, which, anyone following this situation knows that it did. Oh boy, did it. Actually, I don't think I ever asked you, when did you get introduced to Vic Mignogna? Or, like, how did you run into his career or whatever?
It was FMA.
Ah, same here.
Because I had like 12 volumes of the manga, so when the anime started airing, I'm like, cool, gotta check this out.
Okay, so how closely have you been following this situation?
I mean, considering that I've looked up a bit myself, and everything major that comes out, you also messaged me about.
Yeah, for like all two of you that don't know, Vic Mignogna basically got let go from Rooster Teeth and Funny, for what we're saying are false allegations, because there isn't any conclusive major evidence brought against him. It's all been circumstantial claims at this point. That and a lot of people making those claims are kind of coming across as insane, so actually that's something I wanted to bring up. So have you talked to anyone on the other side?
No, nearly everyone I know is like, I mentioned it to them, they looked it up, they're like, yeah, fuck this. They're pretty much everyone I know agrees with my stance on this.
Yeah, I think I know like one or two people that are at least neutral and maybe kick Vic, I'm not sure. I'm almost afraid to bring it up to someone because every time I do, if they're on the opposing side, it's... Yeah.
I understand, yeah, but all my friends are like reasonable people, so even if they were on the opposing side, I'm not scared that it'll like impact our friendship or anything. But pretty much nobody I know is not even neutral. They're all pretty much just like, yeah, this is fucking stupid.
Well, okay. The thing is, also, I guess we'll start off with this. Funimation put out a tweet, I believe it was February 11th, saying that they cut ties to him and that they will not condone any harassment whatsoever. And it's, why would you do that? Texas is an at-will state. Do you know what that means, Nomi?
I do, considering I lived in Texas and I have a disability. Yeah,
they can basically let you go without needing any probable cause.
That's one of the major reasons they're like, well, you might have to move that to Texas. I'm like, I'm not sure I want to do that.
Yeah, because it's friggin'... They didn't have to put out a single tweet. All they had to do was just not give him another call. If they had kept this quiet and not said a damn word about it, we wouldn't have found out about this until it was much later, and there wouldn't be much we could really do, I don't think. That's what's so asinine about this. But no, they wanted to be in the spotlight and have their 15 seconds of fame. And yeah, Funimation claiming they don't condone any harassment. Well, let's talk about harassment, shall we? Have you seen some of the comments these people have made?
Yes. Unfortunately.
Look, I didn't name drop in my last video, but a lot of the crap that's come out these last couple of months, I'm sorry, kind of put me in this position. I was trying to remain objective back in my video back in mid-February, but no, this shit is just too fucking stupid. Firstly,
I mean, at least you tried to remain objective. More than some people can say.
Okay, so you did hear about how Monica Royale was a victim of him, right? Allegedly.
Yes.
Okay, did you hear the story that they had taken to human resources?
I remember all. I remember the jelly bean.
Okay, for those of you that don't know, I'm going to quickly run through it. So several years back, Monica and Vic were at a con together, and they were doing a thing together, like a panel or a signing. It was something like that. And Monica was eating a bag of jelly beans. And Monica, when Vic asked for one, took out a jelly bean, signed her name on it, as a joke, and tossed it to him. And Vic put it in his mouth, and it was like, well, I guess you could say I ate Monica. Again, meaning it as a harmless joke. Everyone at the time laughed, even her. And then several years later, she's like, wait a minute. That was sexual harassment. Like, who the fuck is going to remember that many years later? A random incident like that. And again, I saw a couple of their tweets. I saw their tweets from one of the other VAs saying that, well, HR was incompetent. It was something like that. Like, people on the Kickback side were saying, well, HR is incompetent, so of course this story didn't check out. It's like, what? Oh, no shit, they wouldn't take it seriously. God, I don't know, man.
I mean, I don't think that's right, because, like, I mean, in a company, you're definitely gonna want to hire the best for your HR at least. Just, I mean.
Well, that's the thing. Supposedly Funimation did do an investigation or whatever. They said that in their tweet, but the key thing is they said pending an investigation. Not that they found anything or that it was conclusive. It just says pending one. They actually worded it in a way where they could basically have meant, oh yeah, the investigation had nothing, but we didn't specify if it did or not. And why would you mention an investigation in the first place? As I said earlier, there was no need for that. But yeah, Monica's basically been going off on people left and right. I don't think that's how you're supposed to act in a professional environment, with how she's been raging at people on Twitter. Actually, have you seen some of the crazy shit, man? How much do you follow this on Twitter?
I just don't exactly follow her anymore because of all the things I've seen, but I have seen, like, plenty of people sent me, like, screenshots of what she has said.
Yeah, who could forget the infamous, when someone sent her, just in a message giving them her opinion or whatever, saying, what if she just replied saying, thank you for your input, I have tweeted it to my attorney, thank you and have a good night. You know that meme?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I don't understand, man. Like, what's your whole thoughts on the Monica situation, real quick? Nomi? Oh, there you are. Okay.
Person trying to call me.
Oh. Well, a amount of time before that happened. But yeah, I guess I should say as a side note, I know some people did send them threats or something like that, send Monica and the rest of the people over at Funny Threats, and I will say I do not approve of that in any way, shape, or form. I said that in my last video, and I'm saying it here again. Don't do that, guys. Come on. We're supposed to be better than the opposition, as it were. Don't make us look... Don't give them an excuse to vilify us, I guess. But yeah, Monica, if anyone is wondering the current state of affairs with her and her fiancé, which everyone has dubbed Ron Soye, are facing a battle against Vic Mignogna in the courtroom, and to my knowledge, it is going to be the first bout in the courtroom. So, yeah, the lawsuit officially started. It's begun, and Yeah, I'm really hoping for Vic here because Ron Toye, or Soye, whatever you prefer, that's another situation too. Nomi?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, have you followed the Ron Toye situation? You know, Monica's fiance.
I have followed everything. Again, even if I haven't, you've pretty much told me literally everything.
Well, I don't know how much I told you about Ron Toye, because dude, he sent out 400 tweets in one day hating on Vic. The guy is obsessed. And I just remember one tweet he put out when someone called him a cuck. It pissed him off so much. He just tweeted out saying, "I'd rather be a cuck for Monica than be single." It's,
I remember that. I'm like, no.
It is never okay to be a cuck, okay?
No, it's not. My one thing to say ever is if someone says something like that to you, you know what you should do? Ignore them.
That's what they should have done in the first place. That's what all these people should have done. Come on, guys. It's not that difficult. That's the thing. These people aren't used to dealing with opposition, I don't think. Because we've been on the internet a bit, and you and I both know, eventually we're going to have people, hell, probably for this video even, we're going to have people attack us.
Yeah, well, if it was middle school know me, then I would care, but don't know me.
Yeah, exactly.
Why should I care, though? People disagree. Cool.
And again...
You can have your opinion. I can have my opinion.
That's the beauty of America. It's the beauty of America, freedom of speech, which these people are fighting us on that, or fighting in general on that.
Yeah, I was about to say, wait. I was about to say, what's freedom of speech?
Yeah, it really is like they're acting like children over there, but, so any specific thoughts on Monica or Ron Toye before we move on?
I knew children that were more mature, and, I didn't know much about Mr. Toye before this. Like, I knew the whole relationship with Monica, but I didn't know much about him. Monica I knew more about just because of the whole voice acting thing. And
yeah.
And as I'm sure we discussed, it makes me sad that these voice actors that I've seen in numerous roles that I respect are just acting. I told you before, like, even if she is right and Vic's a scumbag and she's correct to get mad about all that,
it doesn't excuse her actions.
No.
That's the thing. It really doesn't. You know, there comes a point where you have to take responsibility for the way you treat your fandom and the way you act. In fact, perfect segue to the one that I honestly think is borderline worse. In fact, I think they are worse. Jamie Markey, the voice of Reese from DxD. You're familiar with her, yes?
Yes, and I've always wanted to say that. I'm pretty sure. I think you're pronouncing it wrong.
No, I'm not. It's not Marchi. It's Markey. Everyone else calls her Marchi, but yeah. Even I think like the YouTubers that are covering this, I think Ricada might be the only one I've seen pronounce it right. Then again, others are saying they don't care to pronounce it correctly.
I mean, that is, unfortunately, I understand where they come from with that.
Okay, for those of you who don't know, this woman has said some really, really fucked up shit, alright? There's no getting around it. From the tweet about wanting his head and his balls and wanting him to feel an ounce of suffering that he inflicted on others. And then she's like, I want all of his followers to get the dick out of their ears so they can finally wake up and see reality. But that's just me, lol. Why would you say that? What is wrong with you?
Like, honestly saying, like, I want him to feel an ounce of suffering, like, if she honestly believed he was a scumbag, okay, I can understand that, but... Like,
yeah, but she included the fandom, too.
Yeah, like, if it was just like, I want Vic to feel the suffering, I'm like, cool, you're saying that he's a creepy molester man, sure, but you don't, like, everyone that's on his side, y'all are idiots, and you need to listen. They can have their, like, even if, like, again, if we're all wrong, and by the end of it, it's like, oh yeah, no, Vic's actually an asshole. That doesn't mean anyone should tweet out like, you guys are such fucking idiots. Just like, you guys are wrong.
The thing is I believe like she was acting in the heat of the moment. You know, like she was mad or whatever because they weren't used to facing backlash like that. I honestly thought, you know, that maybe, you know, like I said, she's just pissed off until the DMs she sent a little while back got put out, and then, yeah, no, I'm sorry, I'm never gonna see eye to eye with this woman. I don't know if I told you, the DM where she said, we can only hope a minor comes forward to testify against him.
Yeah, you did. You told me everything.
Okay.
You definitely told me.
Okay. Yeah, because what the fuck? You are trying to say you hope an underage person was molested and bring them into this to fuel your own vendetta. You're a fucking monster. I'm sorry.
I was gonna joke like, no, obviously that's not what she meant. She wanted an actual minor to come in.
Go sit in the corner, Nomi.
No. All my corners are occupied by my shit in my room. I can't do that. I'm sorry. I gotta stay here.
Yeah, it's like, that's horrible, alright? There's no excusing that. There really isn't. No one can defend that.
There's not, I wouldn't be, if she was like, I hope there are other people that come out, sure, but saying specifically
a minor,
yeah, the whole just like, I want more people to come out to back me up on this. There's nothing wrong specifically with that.
I don't know, man. She's clearly got some problems. She's been telling people to go fuck themselves on Twitter these last couple weeks, even though she's facing a lawsuit from Vic himself. Like, I'm sorry, guys. I will never be able to forget her actions here. I can't.
No, I remember it's part of the reason why you're like, I can't watch anime with them in the same way ever again.
I can't, and it's kind of funny because people nickname them the ecchi queen online, you know, in the dub fandoms because of how many ecchi shows they're in. DxD, Shimonetta, just to name a couple.
Ah, fuck, I forgot she was in Shimonetta. I like that show. Damn it.
Yeah, like... And that's the thing here. You guys need to understand, these people haven't given any conclusive evidence. They've given claims and hearsay. That's it. That's what we're trying to get at here. If they had anything concrete, then maybe people would listen, but they don't. They just brigaded and destroyed his career on Twitter. A 20-year career was gone like that. And for those of you out there that, you know, are this white knighting, think of it. What if it happened to you? What if you were in this position?
I don't know if I heard it off of something else or you, but Yeah, I'm not sure if you mentioned it, but I like heard a statistic that it's like, oh yes, we think that about like 70% of these claims are false.
I think so. I wasn't me, but I know that was a thing that someone posted. But yeah, it doesn't help that some of these voice actors.
I don't think you said that, but I definitely remember someone saying that. It's like, yeah, about 70% of these are just made up.
Well, that's the other thing. Some of these VAs, one of them being Jamie Markey, are showing the book How to Destroy a Man's Life. Guys, really? Okay.
That's like in the whole like lawsuit thing, like that wouldn't be convincing evidence of anything, but that is.
No, it wouldn't be convincing evidence, but it's that whole thing of just the way it looks.
It's not evidence, but it's still like, ooh, the hell? Like even if you guys made that book with the best of intentions, that's the absolute wrong title.
Yeah, and it's the wrong time to show it. She was showing it during this. How? I don't understand how anyone would think that's a good idea. That's under the scrutiny of the fandom. Alright. And obviously, everyone's familiar with Sean Schimmel. Yeah, I know it's Schimmel. Get over it. But, basically, when someone was claiming, I was doxxed by Stan with Vic, and then he called all the Stan with Vic people assholes, but then he was forced to backtrack because they found out that that person lied about being swatted by the Stan with Vic people. I think you heard about that situation, right?
I did. Again, you mentioned it to me.
Well, it's been a few months, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're right. It's my fault. Not everyone can have as impeccable a memory as me.
I'm going to hurt you. But yeah.
Why are you gonna hurt me? Listen, it's not my fault I was able to remember a two-person scene in 45 minutes. That doesn't have anything to do with you.
Okay. Yeah, and then there's Chris Sabat, who everyone is certain is the mastermind. I am amongst that crowd. We'll find out, I guess, once this case gets farther. But he had sent someone a DM, and the only part of it we got was, remember, guys. Or try to remember, Vic Mignogna is an actor. Okay, but what about all of you? I don't understand. I know what he's trying to say, that he's good at acting, so he's only acting innocent, but the same could be said for you, because you're in the same occupation.
Like, hey, remember, this guy knows how to act like something he's not. Yeah, but listen, you were, how many voices were you in the original thing of Dragon Ball? How many voices did you
played like 3/5 of the Ginyu Force. Like,
I know, yeah. That's the point, like, what about the guy that had more acting experience than Vic? I would think.
It's close. Yeah, it's up there.
Yeah, I'm not. It's just on basis of having faced so many people in one show. You definitely get a bit of lead on him from that one. Not many people have to play 17,000 people in a show. Like I know in like one video game it's like, oh, this one person played like 3 people. I haven't seen many other things where someone's had to play more.
Yeah. So I just thought that was a really dumb thing for him to say, because it's one of those things that could easily just be like turned back around on him.
Unfortunately, many things that have been said is something that can be easily turned back around.
Yeah, we also, though, on another topic, speaking of the VAs, you've heard about all the younger Gen VAs, right?
Yes.
How some of them are retweeting and even saying "believe" and all that stuff. I know Damon Mills was one. You know, the man from Nanbaka.
Yep.
I believe Justin Briner was another. Look, guys, I'm not going to harp on them because, from what we know at this point, it seems very likely, especially with some of the anonymous claims that that certain VAs are claiming to be anonymous and come forward saying that their jobs are being threatened. They're potentially going to be blacklisted from the anime industry if they stand with Vic.
What's the term mouse service?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Just like, yeah, no, it's. I mean, with like Monica and all that, you can't say that because obviously they're invested. You can like tell the passion they have about this, whether it's righteous anger or.
Well, even if it's righteous anger, they shouldn't have brought it into the public. That's the thing.
No.
Yeah, and they were claiming that they were going to bring up charges against him too. No charges have been filed. And Monica and Ron are going on about how they can't wait for court. Are you all insane? Have you ever been in the court system? It is not fun for anybody involved.
I mean, probably not. But like, I've never been in the court, but like, just like, when this started becoming an actual thing, like, oh, people are actually going to court, I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't want to be there ever.
It's a horrifying process. It really is. And they're saying, oh, well, Vic is, he is scared of the court date. What are you talking about? He's the one taking you to court. Oh, I just can't. The stupidity.
I don't know. Is that considered projecting?
I don't know, man. I don't. And yeah, last thing on the younger VAs. The only one I want to focus on. I don't know if you know her. You might. Sarah Wiedenheft, the voice of Zeno from Dragon Ball. She voices Tail Blue and going to be the Twin Tail, which I know you've seen that show.
Well, I didn't know that. I hadn't watched the dub of it. I'm pretty glad it had a dub. I'm glad it got a dub. I like that show. At the very least, really like Tail Blue, like her character. Right?
Yeah, Tail Blue is awesome.
I haven't actually seen the dub of the show.
But okay. So, did you hear what happened with her and her brother? I don't think I told you about that.
Yeah, I hadn't actually heard about that.
Okay. During this whole Vic situation, I think it was back in March, someone can correct me on this, her brother was arrested for having CP on his computer. You know what CP is, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
I don't actually know, but I at least know that. Unfortunately, I wish I did not know that acronym.
I don't think anyone wanted to know what that acronym is. But yeah, so he was arrested for that, and she was trying to say that he's just an idiot, that it was a pirated computer and everything like that. Okay. So let's see where you go with this. She said innocent until proven guilty. That's what she kept telling people. And when someone brought up saying, oh, you mean like how Funimation did with Vic? Her response was, this is a different case than the Vic Mignogna one. It's completely different. Why would you say that?
It's always innocent to proven guilty. That's what our court is based on. Like at first, like, sure, because I remember I needed a flash drive, and I was throwing this dude money. He's like, hey, I got an extra flash drive. I can just give you this for thanks. And it was not empty. And I deleted the stuff because I'm like, yeah, I'm not into that. But like, sure, you get stuff sometimes. It's not completely wiped clean, sure, but...
Well, the thing is that she was claiming that up and down, but then come to find out, the stuff was in his Google history, his search history.
Yeah, that.
And
no, it's like if someone discovered that on something like in like flash drive, what who knows? But like, yeah, it's easy to tell. But the point is like, innocent to proven guilty, sure, but you can't have a double standard on this.
Yeah, they only seem to give a damn if it happens to someone that they care about. And, you know, maybe, you know what, we're wrong. This is different than the Vic situation. Vic didn't have criminal charges brought against him, he wasn't arrested, and there wasn't conclusive evidence to put him away. The thing is in the beginning, when I saw her going on about this, I actually felt really bad for her until she said that. I was like when she said innocent until proven guilty, I was like, okay, you know, she's just upset. I mean, like anyone would be.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. She seems nice. I like leaving the best in people. Myself, sure, but it's called digging your own hole.
Yeah,
you know?
you shouldn't have even responded. You should have just said thank you for your input or something like that. Come on. But yeah, she's the only one, I'd say, of the younger VAs that said anything close to that. Again, someone will correct me.
And if no one watches this.
No,
yeah, I mean,
it's a Vic video. I'm sure somebody will, just to leave the hate in the comments. But
I know you want your channel to have more views, but this isn't the way to go about it.
Dude, honestly, I don't care about that right now. I'm making this because it's that whole thing of, I want to get my thoughts and personal impressions out there.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying that seriously.
Okay. Sometimes I can't tell with you. You're really good at that.
That's part of my gift. Listen. If I'm gonna be friends with the Ultimate Troll, I need to know how to hold my cards close to my chest.
But yeah,
Really?
Yeah, I do. The last thing about Funimation, I guess, before we move on, is I think I told you how they removed the Vic Mignogna interview from the extras on the Broly Blu-ray.
Yeah, which really annoyed me because
I was thinking of buying it because I collect everything Dragon Ball, but then I saw that, like, nope, not supporting that. Nope, I'm out.
Yeah, I was one of the ones that bought it, and that, like, I pre-ordered it way before the whole Vic thing was even well, no, I think Amazon put it up, like, cited before Vic situation started becoming a thing.
Oh, I see.
And then I forgot when it came out because there's like fucking months between when the pre-order goes up and when it comes out. So obviously, and then I found out like 3 days before it came out. I'm like, But like by then Amazon is like, oh, we're about to ship it, and I'm just like, screw it. I don't want to support this, but.
Yeah, it was too late, I guess.
Hell if this isn't a good movie.
It is, and honestly, I think that might be Vic's best performance as Broly, in my personal opinion. Like, he did an amazing job.
Which might be why this was brought up now, and not back when the Jelly Bean first happened.
That's the thing. Yeah, they were planning on doing this since last year. Vic even said in an interview, if you go back and watch, I think it was back in November at a con, that he joked saying that Funimation took him ages to give him a call, that he wasn't sure they were even going to call him, meaning they solely hired him at the point just to draw names, you know, draw fans. Which, okay, that's still fucked up, because like you're saying, that means if they thought he was an offender, or a predator or whatever, They knowingly rehired him just to make a quick buck, basically, for the Broly film.
I mean, hell, with how skeezy they're being, with how skeezy they're being right now, it's can't really put anything past this. Like, unfortunately, I can believe that.
Yeah, I can too. And yeah, like false advertising the interview for the Broly movie, because if you look at retailers, it says includes an interview with Vic Mignogna, and taking his name off the Broly movie from iTunes, and them claiming it was a glitch. Alright guys. I know some of you out there believe Funimation. Let me explain this to you though, because again, people broke this down really well and constructively. The Funimation said it was a glitch on Apple's or iTunes' part. When this was brought to Apple's attention, they said they have no control over that, so and essentially, they only publish what they are handed. Starting to sound like Funimation purposely left his name out. And then when Funimation re-added it, the link that you could click onto it on his name on the credits is supposed to take you to all of his other works. But for some reason, only on the Super Broly movie, it takes you to a dead page. Yeah, definitely a glitch, am I right?
Yeah, no, that happens all the time, doesn't it? Except when it is... Except when that kind of thing happens and it is actually glitch, I'll check back in a couple hours, a day at most, and it'll be fixed.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure the link won't be a dead link either. Not to mention, there's the whole thing. Go on.
Like,
sorry.
it is easy to screw up like a hyperlink if you're accidentally. But something like that, it's the internet. People are like, hey, people would message, and then they would just fix the hyperlink.
Yeah, if that was a glitch, that is one colossal fuck up for a time like this.
I accidentally typed 2 I's into this hyperlink. Delete that hyperlink fixed.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though, is they didn't. It was just a link to a false page. That's what's... Yeah, I know what you're saying.
But like that's if, like, the hyperlink doesn't work. But it was like, what... How did you say it was? Because I never checked. It was a page that had hit, but didn't have him doing it.
Yeah, it was like it didn't have him listed for any other worlds. Like, it was was saying that he had nothing else. It was something like that.
That's not... Like...
And yeah,
how is that a glitch? Like, that's I don't know much about. I didn't go to school for coding and stuff like that, but I'm pretty sure, like, pages get up. That's either like a really old page of Vic's that's still around, or someone made a courtesy blank page for Vic's roles.
Oh yeah, you know it was the latter. Yeah, and then...
I don't want to point fingers. I'm not like most of the people on the internet.
But it's kind of impossible not to at this point. That's the stupid... They
like,
do it to themselves. They keep doing it to themselves.
I'm not... you can believe... I'm not saying what I would. I'm just saying like I'm not gonna purposely say like no, they actually did. I'm like, huh. If anything, I'll just be like, oh, that's weird. How on earth could that happen?
Oh, I see. Yeah, you give the troll sarcastic responses. No, but yeah, and then you know who Todd Abercorn is, right?
Yes, I know who Todd is.
Okay, he's another amazing VA. He was the one person that is known to stand with Vic, and now his name is disappearing from credits too. Like, if you look up the credits for the free movies, him and Vic's name are conveniently delisted.
Yeah, I heard about that, and that was, I'm like, yeah, you mentioned that to me too, and I've never actually gotten into free myself, but I'm like, I know people like that. That's not cool, guys.
As far as a sports anime, it's not that bad, but yeah, you know what kind of show it's for. But
yeah, that, and I don't usually watch many sports anime anyway.
But go on.
I think the one that I watched is like Haikyuu.
I haven't seen that one yet.
One.
Wait, I think you mean Kuroko no Basket. I think Haikyuu is the other.
No.
I thought Haikyuu was the volleyball one, though. I don't know. Someone will correct me again in the comments.
I don't know. I listen. I've watched a total of like 500 plus anime and read thousands of manga. I can't fucking remember.
But anyways, yeah. So Todd and Vic's names were both removed from the free credits, and guys, I'm calling it out. I don't want this to happen, but if this situation doesn't get resolved, it sucks. But after Fairy Tail's final season is done airing, I think Funimation's gonna Vic Todd. Basically, they're gonna get him out of there, and I really hope they don't. But I would not put it past them at this point.
Well, no, so it'll happen because I see said too. Like, it's not like Funimation's. There's people above Funimation.
There's Sony, but they haven't. As far as we know, they haven't really done anything yet. I don't know. I heard one of their execs was one of the people who headed up the HR thing. Again, we'll find out once everything in Discovery comes out and this case goes farther.
We'll find out. If they are involved, I at least applaud them for doing what people should be doing, being subtle about it, not just like blaring out it. But also, like, they're a big company, so even if they were involved, I would hope that they would know better than to respond like certain people have.
Yeah, there's also the fact that when Vic is announced to come back to cons, like, everyone knows what happened with Kamehacon. the second he was announced to come back, the voice actors from Funimation started dropping like flies. Monica, let's see, I know Jason Douglas, voice of Beerus, backed out. Sarah Wiedenhoff backed out. And they were going on saying they fear for their safety or something like that. What are you talking about? You probably wouldn't have even seen him. You guys know how big a convention center is. Well, obviously the VAs do. I'm talking about everyone in general. But whatever. That was just petty at that point.
I mean, whatever. Like, oh, I'm big, like, Johnny on Bar, Schmack Mercer fan. I go to a con, they're supposed to be at the con. I might never see them.
Yeah, those places are, depending on the con, those places are huge. But, yeah, so I don't know, I just thought that was really petty. And people on Kick Vic going after cons and boycotting them and, well, attacking them flat out. That's not cool, guys. Come on. Half of you aren't even going to these cons. I wouldn't be surprised if some of the people on the Kick Vic side didn't even know what an anime is. At this point. They're just like, yeah, save the planet or something. I don't fucking know, dude.
For now, probably, because the Anmu there's still people that know that. They probably pronounce it. What's anime?
Gosh, man.
Got like one intelligent person that just like, is that like anime? Because anime is like this, just like one person that knows like what anime is like. Is that similar? No.
And, yeah, before someone brings this up, I know someone is going to bring up a couple of the VAs I didn't mention, you know, because I think it was like 2 VAs from LA that said something. I'll bring them up if they were relevant, but they're really not. There's only one that is, and we're going to get to him in a minute. Which brings us to the next thing. How often do you follow the Vic Mignogna YouTubers, the big ones covering it?
But I don't like follow any of them actually, but I have seen.
Okay,
because I've watched a number of them, it'd be like recommended this thing. I'm like, okay,
Okay, do you know who Yellow Flash is?
I have. That is one. Like, I've watched a few of his videos, and then almost every time he uploads his newest video gets recommended.
Okay. Well, the thing is that he is being you know who Mars Girl is from Channel Awesome, the one who started the whole Kick Vic movement?
Of course I do. Yeah.
Or Nazi Arms Girl, as the meme is saying now, because someone has an image out there of her arms in the shape of a swastika. Why does it always come back to Nazis on this channel? Anyone who's followed my Twitch streams or this channel knows for some reason everything we stream has something related to that. Whether it be Wolfenstein, Uncharted, or just anything. And now even this has it. Thanks, fucking Mars Girl.
You didn't need to mention the Nazi arms meme, so that's
but it's hilarious! I couldn't not!
I mean, it is, but that still doesn't mean it's not partially involved.
But yeah, so she asked people on her Facebook to help her dox Yellow Flash, and look, that's just stupid. She's talking about suing him, and Yellow Flash. Look, man, I have disagreements with you on your opinion on dubs, because you're a sub fan, that's cool. But I'm personally a dub guy, that's your own opinion or whatever. However, I do not think you should have this type of targeting done to you. Like, that's just stupid.
Like, it's a... Like... slight off topic, but I mean... Like, the hate about that is stupid anyway, like at least you're like it's just like you prefer one or the other, or you're like Elvis and you're blind, so you pretty much have to watch dubs.
Yeah. But yeah. But on the side,
to do with anything, so
a bit of a side tangent.
We can talk about that never when we want everyone to hate us.
Exactly. That'll be the next thing. Sub versus dub. How to make more people hate us.
Is that gonna be my thing? I'm gonna join you on, like, talking about podcasty type things. Unpopular opinions.
Exactly. That's the goal. But yeah, Yellow Flash. I noticed. I know she put up a GoFundMe because she said she wants to sue you, I'm guessing, and everyone else that's on YouTube. The stupid thing is once again, voice actors at Funimation promoted the shit out of it. Like Monica Rial and Sean Shim. Why are you guys doing this? This woman literally asked people to help her dox and cyberstalk someone. And you're basically promoting and allowing this. Again. Which brings me to the one LAVA I was saving to bring up here. Do you know who DC Douglas is?
Not as well as a lot of people I know.
Okay, his most notable role is Wesker from Resident Evil. If you want something a little more modern, he's Yoshikage Kira in JoJo Diamond is Unbreakable. Which, hilariously enough, has Vic Mignogna in it, so...
It's like we can't escape.
But, yeah, dude, the guy is freaking insane, alright? Just like a lot of people we bring up, keep throwing that word around, I know. But he promoted the GoFundMe as well. But I saw some people claiming, oh yeah, he knows how to, he makes dick comments towards the Vic trolls. First of all, I don't think that's how trolling works. Secondly, a troll is not someone that just has a difference of opinion. But secondly, he blocks them first and then makes the comment about him. Yeah, he really showed them. That's not... I don't understand, man. I really don't. I'm trying to. That would be like, you know, if you said something to really upset me, so I block you, and then I put out a tweet saying, yeah, but what they don't know is this guy is a real piece of shit. Like, you wouldn't even see that, so how's that me getting back at you? You see what I mean? It's stupid.
I mean the blocking part, sure, but then, like, commenting, like...
Yeah, and then he insults them, like, basically behind their back where they can't even defend themselves anymore. Like, he keeps it going where they can't say anything.
Like, yeah, but seriously, isn't blocking enough? Like, who
That's
are
what
you?
I mean. And
I didn't like this dude, so I blocked him. Cool. Why? Like, oh, he was an asshole. Like why? Maybe my brain is dying, but I'm like, what? Are you hoping like he saw? Are you hoping you're talking about his back? That's childish. And there's no way that you're hoping he saw it because you blocked him, so he can't see it. So what's the point? Talking about people behind your backs, that was popular in high school. You need to adult. You're better than that.
Yeah.
You're better than that. Obviously, that means you should sue them.
Okay, but yeah, so he's promoted the GoFundMe. He's like I said, dude. If you just take one look through his Twitter feed, you'll see what I mean. The guy is, yeah, he makes a lot of out there comments, shall we say? Yeah, so that's basically it with Yellow Flash. Another YouTuber under a lot of scrutiny, and I feel really bad for him. Are you familiar with that Umbrella guy?
That him, I am.
Okay. Yeah, he's really cool. I like how he starts off with all his videos, you know, the whole "Hey there" thing. You could use that as a pickup line.
Aha!
Yeah, like you could use that as an ultimate pickup line. It would work. You just got to be suave about it. But
I mean, yeah, that would work.
I don't know. It almost reminds me of like an off-kilter Sean Connery when he does it, kind of, you know, from James Bond.
Like I just like people with, like, I know for the like D&D game. That has nothing to do with anything, but like for the D&D game, Alex would always start off like, "Oh, all right then."
Yeah, everyone has a catchphrase when they start off something.
It gets you in the mood for what's about to happen.
Yeah. Well, he's basically being attacked by. Do you know who Renfamous is?
Yes.
You know, the beached whale who washed up on the shores of ignorance? That Renfamous?
Yes.
Okay. She went after him.
Feelings like how I said yes.
Yeah. She went after him and is trying to weaponize Child Protective Services against him and his daughter because she's claiming that, you know, he's a P to the E to the D to the O, as it were. All because he stands with Vic and is, I guess, fighting the good fight, or whatever you want to call it. Guys, you're weaponizing CPS. Again, that's... No! And have you heard about the comic he's been trying to do a crowdfunding thing for?
Yep.
Yeah. I'd like to read it, but again, vision kind of prevents me. But because it does sound kind of cool.
Oh, it's fine. Just buy it. Just buy it. Just buy it and have someone like me or Goku read it to you.
That'd be kind of cool.
A little bedtime story for Elvis. It'd be fun.
But yeah, man.
Seriously, like if you.
I know, dude. I know.
Like one of us would read it for you.
I really appreciate that. But yeah, the point I'm getting at is no one should have that weaponized against them, especially in this case. Like that was beyond fucked up. Now you're targeting a man's family.
You don't listen. You don't target a man's family. Listen,
you don't go after someone's kid, all right? I'm not even a parent, and I know that is a big no-no.
Yeah, no, you don't do that. That's fucked up. And I've seen plenty of movies where someone will target friend's family, and the father will just kill everyone because you fucked it with his wife and daughter. You don't do that.
Someone needs to go out there, okay, and edit in the Liam Neeson meme with dialogue from one of Umbrella Guy's streams. You know, from Taken.
You
know the one of I don't know who you are.
I don't know that.
Well, not for you. Not for you. It's for there's like 3 people out there who don't. That movie is cut movie.
Because it's great. It's it's Taken and it's the meme.
Yeah, and it's Liam Neeson. Everyone knows Liam Neeson. Liam Neeson's cool. But yeah, someone needs to do that. Okay, that would be awesome. It's like, edit in lines from that meme with stuff Tug is saying, because that would be great. And I think he would love that. At least I hope he would. Because dude, in all seriousness, this situation is just so fucked. How could you people stoop so low? Like, Nazi arms over there attacked Vic's mom. Recently.
Wait, what? Did I hear that right?
Oh, I didn't tell you?
I did not act.
Oh shit! I thought I did. Dude, my bad. Yeah, she went after Vic's mom and attacked her on Twitter and everything. And it's that whole thing. Vic reluctantly went after these guys. If you look at his Twitter, he has not said a single negative thing about any of them. In fact, he's acted the most professional out of everyone here. And you went after someone's mom who didn't even want to fight. That's like trying to say, oh, I want you to fight. I want you to come after me in the suit.
Yeah, I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure even with, like, actual horrible, bad criminals and all that, other than, like, maybe a little judging, like, if you had been a bit better, maybe this wouldn't happen. I don't think there have been many instances where, like, people went after, like, horrible killer's parents incredibly too hard.
It's like, oh, well, clearly it's the parents' fault. He turned out to be a psycho.
Like at most, it's like, well, maybe you could, maybe there were some signs you could have seen, but it's not like, oh, you did this to him, unless it's like, oh yeah, but parent like tortured their kid, and I'm like, yeah, no, that would fuck any kid up.
Yeah, but in this situation, it's just stupid.
Like, yeah, that's called an extreme.
It's called malice. It's almost like she wants to be sued. Dude, she even went out of her way to point out, saying it looks like Vic's mom got a new TV because of a screenshot I believe Vic's mom put up of I think it was her, but there was a TV in the background or something like that, and people were pointing out saying, "How did you notice that TV was new? What? You're obsessed."
You know the only time I notice someone's TV's new
is if you're actually there. Me. Yeah, or if you're actually in the room,
tell me,
type of
hey,
thing.
I got a new TV, or like, I mean, sometimes when I'm there, because if someone posts a picture, I'm like, cool. Like a picture of them, they got a haircut, there's a new TV. I don't notice the TV. I'm like, oh cool, you look good, man. I go over like, oh, you got a new TV. Yeah, I put it in my photo.
Oh, well, I didn't notice it. Yeah, like, unless they specifically screenshot the TV and be like, look what I got or something. But yeah, this woman is obsessed, man. And yeah, her in Renfamous, we got Nazi arms and we got Whalingness, I guess. I'm trying to think of a good nickname for her. I can't off the top of my head. I failed you guys. failed you. It'll come to me later.
No. It's almost like we're not that good at our jobs.
Normally I'm good at coming up with it, babe, so that's the thing.
Hold on. Wait, we have jobs?
Yes.
Is this a job?
Maybe. But yeah, so yeah, Umbrella guy.
Make it up somehow.
This is very stressful, guys. Anyone who's watched my streams knows that a lot of times I will get mad at a game, and 99% of the time it's very exaggerated to get people laughing. But this time I am legitimately pissed at this situation. Like, everything about this just disgusts me to such a degree. And Umbrella guy, we are totally on your side, man. And yeah, everything that's happening to you is just horrible. Like, I heard, you know, Vic's lawyer, Ty Beard, he had to call up the department in Tug's area and tell them to stop calling Umbrella guy or Tug or whatever, because there was nothing wrong going on. Because they kept calling him, saying they got complaints about that they needed to send CPS or something like that. And, dude, it's speaking of YouTubers, man. Do you know who Hirohei is?
No, actually, I don't.
Okay, well, he's named after Hay from Darker Than Black, so you know the guy's cool automatically.
Ah, that was... Yeah, no, I love that. I love that anime.
Yeah, I do too, actually. I kind of get me in the mood to rewatch it. Thank you, Hirohei. Thank you for that. Anyway, he's another, I guess you... I heard it pop up on your phone. But I guess you'd say he's another, OG covering the Vic situation. Oh my god, you're beeping. Are you calling aliens?
Yes.
Is that the satellite orbiting around Renfamis? I'm not gonna stop, man. I'm sorry. But yeah, Hirohei, he's another anime YouTuber. He seems like a cool guy. He got false flagged by Anime News Network. You know, everyone's favorite news site. Anime News Network. Okay, so Hirohei put up a video basically trash-talking their quote-unquote journalism, and they went after him and false flagged him for a copyright strike. So he has a strike against his channel. And now he can't live stream, and he's trying to fight that off. And what are you guys doing over at ANN? I see all of you news sites. You basically are just dogpiling on the situation without getting the full story. That's the other thing. Like, bit of a side tangent. These articles, if you look thoroughly into them, guys, that's the thing. You can't take everything at face value. You have to look. These articles are completely leaving out some of the responses from Vic when they interview him about the situation. Or worse yet, they're using doctored photos, which we've proven on numerous occasions. When the only evidence being brought up here is doctored, that's when you have to take a step back and be like, okay, something's a bit off here. You know what, I'll sit back and see how this unfolds. But yeah. You there, Nomi? Nomi? Oh. Okay. I guess he got held hostage. He got found by Renfamis. But, yeah. Hirohei, dude, if you do decide to go after them, which I believe Yellow Flash and Umbrella Guy, I think you guys are considering legal action as well, I am rooting for every one of you in this situation, okay? Alright?
Yay, I wasn't held hostage so long.
Oh, good. Okay, so you heard what I said, what happened to Hirohei, right?
I did hear, yes.
Okay, so yeah, Anime News Network false flagged him, and then one of their leading people went out and bragged about it on Twitter, like, and he's talking about potentially seeking legal counsel, I believe. And yeah, man, if this keeps up, I'd say go for it. These people need to be put in their place at this point.
Yeah. Mate, it reminds me of, I can't say specifically because there've been lots of them, but just like, lots of books where just like, trying to strike back at huge corporations and government because they're so big. It's like, well, we don't have to worry because, like, we got everyone in their pocket will succeed, and
yeah, that's it.
Everyone's afraid, and we can't be taken down. And then at the end, it's like, oh, but you're wrong. You got taken down.
That's the thing. I saw a lot of people saying these YouTubers are out of their mind, treating it like a conspiracy. No. You see, you're misunderstanding conspiracy. You're thinking of like, you know, like in the movies where you have mobsters sitting in a room together, which, by the way, just the image of a mobster meeting between these guys would be hilarious, with like Chris Sabat sitting at the head of the table.
Yeah, no, I've pictured that myself. When we talked about it, I remember mentioning when you first brought that up, I'm like, I kind of wish that, and you kind of misunderstood what I meant back then, and you've forgotten already, I'm sure. But like I brought up, like I wish it was. I hope this is. Well, like I brought out when you were talking about how bad it was getting with Monica and them, and I'm like, I hope this is a conspiracy, and what I meant by that is just like
civil conspiracy.
It's just like some shit where like no one, they're not serious. They're actually acting.
Oh yeah, and it's a big hoax, and then like next year on April 1st, it was an April Fool's guy. Gotcha.
Well, no, I meant. Well, yeah, like something like that, or like if Funny really wanted to get rid of him, but Monica and these people were acting like crazier than you would think they would to try to get people to be like, see, we're not serious, but we have to keep up appearances.
Yeah, you mean like they're double agents, basically.
It's kind of like what's going on with some of the like new voice actors, so like mouse service thing. But like,
yeah,
then you
I see what you're
like,
saying.
Yeah, no, this is actually a conspiracy, though.
Yeah, it's called civil conspiracy. It is an actual crime. That's the thing. It's not like, you know, The Godfather or something. No, conspiracy is an actual thing. All it takes is two people to conspire to get rid of someone, and yeah. And the thing is, man, I see what you're coming from, and it would make sense. You know, they're acting insane for the sake of keeping up appearances until the lawsuit happened.
I don't think that anymore, but at the beginning, I'm like, I really hope for that, because I like thinking the best of people. I'm like,
yeah, I agree with you.
Why would you actually be acting like that?
Yeah, and again, guys, like, I had the similar thought process in the beginning, but it's definitely out the window now. I mean, with half the shit these people have said and how they're being sued, it's a bit obvious that, yeah, it's not the case anymore.
It's obvious now, but like at first it was like, well, maybe.
Which I guess brings me to the last big YouTuber, and the one everyone's familiar with. I know you're familiar with Ricada.
Of course. I mean,
yeah, even after the Vic situation, I'm definitely still going to keep my eye on these guys, especially Ricada, because, dude, he is so fun to watch with half the shit that goes on his streams. But, yeah, he's even pointed out that because they're like, how do you get the jelly bean information? That's an inside investigation. And he just made a joke saying, how do you think I'm getting it? If you knew the people that were against you, it would be heartbreaking to you. Which, that's the thing, guys. I saw a couple of you saying, why aren't any voice actors standing up for Vic? They can't. They really can't. Think about it in this situation. How would that make them look in the eyes of because if Funimation's against Vic, how would that make these VAs work? They would lose work if they went out in the open like this. And then a lot of these other VAs, you know, they're probably union or whatever, don't really need to care. They could just stay out of this situation and be like, yeah, no, I'm not touching that one.
Which, like, like in a perfect world, it's like righteous fear, like, no, don't stay out of it. They deserve to be taken down, but like, no, I get just like, yeah, this doesn't have to do with me. I don't want to get fucking involved.
Well, it's like, look what happened with Todd. He, I know he supports Vic openly because everyone's talking about it. What he did at one point, he doesn't really do it anymore simply because I did hear he's losing work. Yeah, over at Funimation, at least. If you notice at Funimation, he's only in Fairy Tail. That's it.
Like I want to say if like I was in a similar situation, I would support them, and at the very least in private I would. But yeah, again with the new voice actors doing lip service and all that, it's just like
they have to.
I mean, I could, but I'll like he knows, like I definitely privately support him. But
yeah, publicly you can.
I can't afford to lose my job until this whole situation.
It wouldn't just be your job, though. That's the other thing. You'd be, to my knowledge, you'd be blacklisted from the entire anime industry. So you couldn't even move to LA and work at Bang Zoom, or move over to the other side of Texas and work at Sentai.
I am also well aware of, like, because I remember, I'm not gonna name names, and no one would know anyway. But I have a cousin who used to work at used to be a gym coach, and like people filed, did similar thing, like he was being, like he was doing the whole, it was being a tribute molester pedo man with his female students, because there weren't many people, so he did like the girls volleyball team, and he got fired, and then afterward they're like, oh, false charges, but they didn't hire him back.
Yeah, and that's most likely going to happen here, guys. I don't want it to, but I don't think Vic is coming back to Funny.
I was well aware, so it's not like, when this came up, it's not like I had no idea what was going to happen.
Yeah, so you've been through this before, basically.
It shouldn't have happened with my cousin. It was stupid, and it was completely false. Well, there was one thing they brought up, but it wasn't. They made it sound a lot worse than it was.
Yeah, it's the same thing with Vic, where there's, like, I heard a consensual kiss was one of the stories they took to HR. And again, they made a big stink about it when it's most likely nothing major. I don't know, man. But yeah, so you've been in this situation before, basically, is what you're saying, where you knew someone and that was falsely accused.
And it sucks because, like, not only was that his job, but he also, was this a little before or after? Because he has a kid now, a baby. So
yeah. Well, I'm glad that at least the charges were proven false. But yeah, this shit ruins your life if it's brought against you.
Oh yeah, no, that was a big deal. That was a big deal. That was literally in our local paper, like local gym teacher, and then they went into the thing. But yeah, everything was false. It's like, okay, he did do that one thing, but that's not nearly as bad because it was just like him changing clothes in the girls' locker room, which is a bit weird, but it's like, well, literally nobody but him was there, so.
I sure, see. But kind of, I guess, yeah, it was kind of his fault for doing that in the first place. But
that was not that part was like he shouldn't have done that, but it's like, okay, that's not, but like, okay, cleared of all charges, but he can't ever get hired at the school again because of
yeah, it's the same thing as, that's what I'm saying, it's gonna happen most likely with Vic and Funimation,
which is why, like, I wasn't as I understood what was gonna happen.
But yeah, so you've already got experience with this, like I said, so you know full well about this whole shit, which really, it's horrifying, and that's the thing, like, you can't even bump shoulders with someone in public now at this point, without them, like, 2 years later claiming something.
Yeah, like, no, in like a few years, I might be like a Twitch partner. All of a sudden, this one random chick from my job at Walmart is like he molested me because he this one day. I'm like,
yeah, what? Yeah, and that's the other thing. Like, you could also get in trouble for one random offhanded comment you made like 5 years ago or something.
Oh, it wasn't 5 years ago, but I know just like I'm well aware I got in trouble with my job because I'm like, hey, can you do this? I'm like, just do it yourself. And then even though like I'm like, no, even though I still like did it and they saw I did it, they still got me in trouble for that one comment when I was a little frustrated. I'm like, but I'm just like, you can't. It's not like I still did it. You can't give me a break. No, it's not how the world works. Unfortunately, unless you're perfect, you're gonna get shit.
Yeah, and you know we're only almost perfect. But yeah, man, we're getting really off topic here.
Yes, we are.
But yeah, so that's what I was saying about Ricada.
At least it kind of had to do with what we were talking about a little.
That's true. But with Ricada, yeah, the GoFundMe, I'm sure you heard it's doing really well. I don't know if I told you how well it's doing now, actually.
I haven't heard like how much they've raised, but yeah, I heard.
Oh, it's almost at 155,000.
Yeah, I think last you mentioned it was at like 100. That was the last time we really talked about like how well it was doing.
Well, the importance of the GoFundMe is, again, the more money that Vic has, the more he'll be able to pursue this case. So, and Ricada even said, to be blunt, 150K is very impressive, but lawsuits like this cost a lot of money, and it might just barely help him through the first round, you know, where he's suing Monica, Ron, Funny, and Jamie. But that might be it, which is why he's, you know, shilling it so much, I guess. And it's true. Legal fees are expensive. That's why when you see all these people like, oh, I can't wait to go to court. I hope he comes. Do you guys know what you're in for? Because even if you win, you are out crap tons of money. But, yeah, I bring up the GoFundMe because I feel it is important to at least, you know, share it, get it out there. Actually, I'll probably get a tweet about it after this, even though my Twitter doesn't have many followers. You still don't know me?
Well, I mean, even if you don't, like I know when it does like automatic tweets when I go live on Twitch. I'll have like 4 followers, but every so often I'll still at least get people that are like, that's like, I like this. I don't
yeah,
know
and then they'll jump on or whatever. Too. Yeah, so
like at the very least, that doesn't mean that you're doomed to obscurity.
That's true. So yeah, and guys, even if you can't donate, just again, tell someone about it. Spread the word of it. Share it on Facebook, Twitter. Share it on Okay, don't share it on that site. But no,
were you about to say what I thought you were about to say? Really? Really, dude? This is supposed to be serious.
I have to make a joke every once in a while, or this will drive me mad. I can't help it.
That's why I've been making the jokes. You're
right, I should be the straight man in this situation. But, yeah, guys, just, you know, even if you can't donate, please get it out there, because this case, it's impacting the entire anime industry, and it's getting even larger than that as the days go by. I don't want it to hit mainstream media, because then they're going to get involved in the whole anime thing, and we all know they do not understand how anime works, and they are not going to take kindly to everything here. Which is why it's so frustrating. Because what do you think your average everyday person is gonna think when they see High School DxD or the Testament of Sister New Devil?
Which is a shame because like some of those like super ecchi anime, like it's like, yeah, no, I get why you're not into it, but it's like, yeah, but some of their stories are like actually really good.
Yeah, but
like
it's the whole thing is they'll see that and then they're just gonna deem all anime as evil at that point because
yeah, it's like, yeah, okay, cool, but you know, not everything is like that. Like Death Note super positive. That's a psychological thing. There's
and then you have the shonens like
Yu Hakusho. They're super actiony, and some of them have really good romance. Like, okay, screw all that, forget about it. Well, what about watching? There's more obscure. There's Steinsgate. That's really
yeah, exactly.
I always go on to it because I love the romance stuff. There's Love Chunibyo and other delusions.
But that's the thing, and that's why I think Funimation and everyone involved is just like Funimation especially are just being so stupid here because guys, just settle with him, all right? Don't let this get any more out of hand than it already is. You already have people turning against you in droves at this point. But yeah, if you can support the GoFundMe, cool. If not, please at least share it. And I guess we can move on to the next thing if you're up for it, unless you have anything to add about Rekieta being all awesome and everything. You need to watch some of his streams, dude. They're actually pretty great. Don't we?
Yeah.
Okay. You got anything else to add real quick? About Rekieta and the GoFundMe and everything?
The GoFundMe's pretty well. Like literally the only things I have is like tell people about what you mentioned it, and whether I mean, however you think about it, at least give his stuff a watch. Because like that.
Dude, did you see the Shane stream from a couple months ago?
I did.
Dude, that cracks me up so much. The guy is so bad. I'm sorry. All right, like
it is. But like, yeah, no, like that's why I don't agree. That's why I don't like watch like Fox News, because they'll give you one side of the story. But
yeah, it's important to get everything.
You want to have as much all the information, or as much as you can. But there are like plenty of people watching TV for Fox News or internet stuff with or whatever that'll just like get one side of the story.
I love how these VAs are claiming that anything you hear on YouTube is a lie. Like a couple of them were putting up that. I think one of them was Monica, where she kept calling him a fake lawyer in the beginning, and they were acting like there were no suits coming, that he was full of shit, and that everything he said was wrong, even though everything he has said has been proven right up to date. So I'd say his track record is really good, which is why I believe him at this point.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of the foundation of trust. You have to provide, good word, and then when your word comes to fruition or true, then it's like, oh, okay, yeah. And with some, like I said, these VAs like Monica and Jamie Markey especially, they've basically broken my trust with half the crap they've said. But yeah, guys, this case isn't just about the anime industry. If Vic wins this, and, when he's basically found innocent, because like I said, I believe with every part of my being he is innocent, it will send a message to everyone who brigades and does this sort of thing to everybody. Because this is not the last time this is going to happen. Even in the anime industry, it's not.
It wasn't the first time this has happened, and even if I can't think of a specific instance, it definitely wasn't.
Yeah,
Shit has happened. Shit has happened. I believe that. I mean, it was for a slightly different type of thing, but there's a quote from, I believe, like Shakespeare or whatever, that's basically like every word that's been said is it's every like no matter how, like no matter what you think, this is nothing that's happened is the first time it's happened.
Yeah, I know the quote goes something like that. And like I said, guys, this is going to happen again in the anime industry. It's inevitable. It sucks, but give it a couple years. After the Vic situation, it'll happen to another voice actor. And yeah, them attacking conventions. I'm sure you heard that. I know some of these cons claim that he's a prima donna because he wants to do his, I guess, church services or Bible services at every con. He wants to make a little space for that, and some cons are a little iffy on that, I guess. But that's no reason to have the guy fired. Like, I don't know how true this is. I heard this is one reason why some of the people at Funny didn't like him very much, because he's an evangelist in his beliefs. Which, I don't know. If that is true, that's why I'm not saying... Because I don't have enough concrete statements to go off of for that one. I'm not 100% certain. But if it is true, that's really petty and stupid. Man, I think we can both agree that people are free to believe whatever the hell they want.
Like, actually, whatever. If there was a, like... popular voice actor or whatever, he's like, oh well, before my panels I believe in Hindu, so we're gonna have a little discussion on Hindu. I'm like, cool. And
you don't have to be there for them. He even says stuff like, if this isn't for you, it's cool, you don't have to be here, you can leave whenever you want, or something like that. Because I think he does it at the end of his panels.
If it was like, oh well, you have to be here to get into the panel, that'd be something totally different. Also, that's all kinds of fucked up if someone actually does that. But just like, I wanted to, like, yeah, it's optional. You're free to do whatever. This is America, the land of the free. You're also free to fuck off.
Yeah, basically on the Vic side of things, like I said, if that's true, that's petty. Support the GoFundMe, guys. If you can't donate, that's cool. Just please at least share it, tweet about it, because this, like I said, this will send a message to anyone brigading in the future, and I don't, even if it were true, this is not the way to handle this situation. This country was founded on the principle of innocent till proven guilty. That's how it works. And I saw someone on the Kick Vic side claiming they wanted to abolish innocent until proven guilty. Are you fucking mad? What? Are you insane?
Like, really? That can't happen. Like, I'm sorry. That is literally one of the best things about America. At least in my opinion, it's like, no matter. There's like, well, obviously this dude's a piece of shit that's killed like 55 people, but that's one of the best things. It's just like, there's always a chance. It's not like, oh well, we think you did it, so go to jail.
Yeah. I don't know, man. And again, I saw some people on the neutral party, which again, if you're neutral, it's cool. But some of their statements were, I haven't seen any evidence showing Vic is innocent. Guys, again, innocent until proven guilty. It's not guilty till proven innocent. Vic doesn't have to prove he's innocent, or should not have to. It should be the other way around.
Like if they had evidence that pointed to him being guilty, then he would have to have some evidence, something like an alibi or something. But it's like, if you don't have innocence about me being guilty, then I just have to show up and stand back in your face.
No. Pop up, go away. Okay, there we go.
No.
That was weird. That was word. I turned off notifications, yet that one popped up. Okay, anyways, yeah. So, again, founding principles. But now that we've basically covered, I think, every base with the whole Vic Mignogna situation, I say we go over to the stand with Vic's side and cover a couple of, I guess, nitpicks I have towards that side. Because again, guys,
no side's perfect, and it's a good thing I asked to do it earlier because we've been going like an hour and a half, at least. I don't remember.
Yeah, man, I knew this would be a long shoot. This is probably going to be the longest video on our channel, actually. Well, maybe not, I don't know. But, okay, firstly, guys, I don't know if you can, people are still doing this on the stand with Vic's side. I believe they weren't in the beginning. Don't send death threats, alright? Stop with the threats. Again, we're supposed to be better than them, as I said earlier in the stream. And yeah, that's not helping anyone in this situation. Don't fly off the handle and get really angry. I know it's easy to do. Trust me, I'm pissed also. But they're doing enough of a job of making themselves look stupid and like complete asses. We don't need to help with that. And that's the most hilarious thing about this, is if you just sit back and watch, it's hilariously bad. Like, you have to laugh at some of the shit they're saying. Like how someone on Kick Vic saying, Vic Mignogna aggressively tickled me years ago. What? Okay, come again? I don't get it. It's stupid. And also, I don't know if you heard, there is some infighting going on with the Stand With Vic crowd.
Yeah, I had heard a bit about that.
Yeah, between a couple of the users. Guys, don't infight. Again, it's the whole thing of you're free to believe whatever you want, but in the end, I'm assuming we all want to help Vic in this situation, so there's no need to fight each other on this one. Alright. And secondly, on this topic, well, not on infighting, but on the Stand With Vic thing, I've seen a lot of people claiming that now all dubs are evil and, oh, dubs are worthless anyways, we should just abolish them and, we can go back to sub. Firstly, no, please, don't do that. Secondly, why do you want to abolish the thing that we're trying to help Vic Mignogna get back into the business of doing? That doesn't make sense.
Also, on the, money side of things, that's a lot of jobs that you're just like, we don't need them.
Yeah, and a lot of these voice actors did nothing wrong. That's what I'm saying. And guys, anime got popular because of dubs in the first place. It was the dubs of shows like Sailor Moon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, DBZ back in the day that propelled it into mainstream. And everyone knows the dub of Cowboy Bebop. Again, the dub. And then in Vic's case, we all know the dub of Full Metal Alchemist. The dub that I even heard the Japanese staff said Vic did an amazing job as Ed.
Yeah, no, there's definitely a few out there where I'm like, the dub cast is definitely better.
Well, it's like the dub for Steins Gate, the anime, which you should check out at some point. It's really good. Which brings me to...
I did check that out.
Okay. So, yeah, you've heard it then. I think everyone fits their roles perfectly. But, yeah, which brings me to my last point, since Steins Gate and FMA are Funimation dubs. I see people saying that everyone at Funimation is a horrible, horrible monster, an evil person. No, guys, that's not true. Alright, it's only like maybe 10 people. I don't know, maybe we'll find more in Discovery. But not everyone at Funimation is this evil conspirator monster. It's just the problem is the people who are kind of pricks have a lot of clout and are near the top. Because they, you know, they have tenure or whatever. Like, I told you the story of how I was lucky enough to talk to one of the VAs that still work there. If you want to know more on that story, go watch this NQ0 LP. Yep, I'm showing. I'm showing right here in the middle of this stream. I know.
Yeah, self-plug. Yay! But yeah, no.
But yeah, so, and again, they were one of the, she was one of the nicest people I've ever talked to. So I can 100% confirm there are still great people that work at Funimation. It's just, again, they can't come forward, and the people at the top are the ones that should be considered the monsters. Like, I told people, I'm sorry, Monica Royale, I think she's insane, and Jamie Markey, the only word that comes to mind for her, which I know there are plenty of choice words people are thinking of, the first word for me is just monster, with half the crap she said. But yeah, what about you? I take it you don't think everyone at Funny is this horrible person?
I mean, that's a gross. That's, I mean, I was gonna say gross something, but that's just gross in general. Like,
yeah.
I mean, there's plenty of like companies, corporations, whatever, that it's just like, oh, they're horrible people, and there's a
yeah, look at EA.
Like some of the CEOs or whatever. There's like maybe 20 people that are like really bad and in on the horribleness, but there's still like thousands of people that work there, and there's only gonna be like 20 people that actually suck.
Yeah, guys, like look at EA. I mean, we all know EA is a horrible company, and their execs are pure evil. But
and it makes me sad because I remember when EA wasn't horrible.
Yeah, EA used to be cool. But the point we're getting at is not everyone at a company is a horrible person. Mostly. I'm sure there's some out there where everyone is evil, but
yeah. Where there's like 20,000 and 19,980 suck.
Yeah.
But there's a couple places like that, but like, yeah, no, I'm pretty sure Funimation's not quite one of them.
No, they're corrupt as hell. I will say that they are very corrupt, with them removing features from movies out of, you know, pettiness, them taking names off credits and saying, "Oh, it was a bug." And
I mean,
you know,
and unfortunately, that's just like.
These VAs are being dragged on with them. That's what sucks here.
Yeah, I hate that it's Funimation, but when I heard, unfortunately, I'm not like, that's so shocking. I'm just like, damn it, guys.
There is one good thing that came out of this whole situation. It's that we found out what kind of people these guys really are.
Yeah, so I mean. You know the phrase, right? Would you prefer a sweet truth, sweet lie, or bitter truth?
It's always better to pick the truth in a situation like this, regardless of how it might make you feel. Which, in this situation, again, I've been supporting Funimation for 20 years now at this point, so I was very young. Yeah, I got into DBZ when I was like 6 or 7, like 98 or something like that.
It was just a babble.
Yeah, so seeing them act like this and do this, it's really heartbreaking. It really is. I know you're supposed to separate the actor from the work. In some situations, though, that is easier said than done. Which that is one thing. Stand with Vic, guys, or well, anyone in general that's talking about this. I see you guys saying that, oh, well, they were never good VAs, anyways. I said this before in my last video back in February. Do not take that away from them, regardless of which side you're on, because like they're still really good voice actors. that is the one thing I will give them. They do have a talent for acting, which I guess in a way is the whole point of this, you know, the whole acting thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, so again, the GoFundMe, it'll be up in the description of this in a bit here, or someone I'm sure will put it in the comments section if they beat me to it.
What do you mean a bit? Why wouldn't you have put that in the description right from
Because
the
my
get-go?
thing was screwing up, and I'm more of a boomer than our good friend Ricada when it comes to technology. So I'm gonna have to do it after we're done recording
We live
this
in the
here.
age of technology.
Don't judge me. I pay your tax. Wait a minute. But yeah, I just want to say, I guess, closing words here. Thank you for everyone who's come together and helped Vic. This really shows that there are so many great people in the anime industry and community. Like, just seeing how the GoFundMe has proceeded and seeing how these people have, you know, sent such positivity to Vic and everything. That's what he needs right now, honestly, because anyone in this situation would break. If it was not for his fandom, I think he'd basically, most people would have Minecraft themselves, and that's a horrible thing to think about, but it's true. Anyone would crack under the pressure and do something stupid. So I think we should send Vic all the help and positivity that we can in this situation. And thank you to all the YouTubers covering this, by the way. You know, Ricada, Umbrella Guy, Yellow Flash, Hirohei. Let's see, Senpai's Home and SG Sammy. I don't know if you're familiar with them. There are two other anime YouTubers. They've been covering this a bit too. They're some of the smaller ones, though. Like, smaller than the other four, I mean. Don't kill me for saying that, I'm sorry, guys! But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and yeah, these were our thoughts on the Vic situation. I don't think I'm going to make a habit of doing videos about the Vic thing unless something massive happens, like I said back in my first vid. So, yeah, I'm Elvis X. Introduce yourself, good sir, and tell people where they can find you.
I already did. My name is NomisWins, and I do voices, and I like doing voices too much.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
He really does. And, yeah, he goes on Twitch a lot.
I go
links
on
to
Twitch
all...
exclusively. I don't need... I mean, technically I have a YouTube channel. When the new D&D session starts, I might put those up there, but I mostly do. I haven't put any videos up on my YouTube.
Yeah, there's, so if you want, you could follow him on Twitch. All the Twitch links to myself and him and everyone else, I guess, everyone else that's part of our channel are in the channel description. And, yeah, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Even if you have a difference of opinion, thank you for checking this out. Again, you all clearly know where me and Nomi stand. That should be obvious by now. And thank you to everyone else covering the situation, as I said. And until next time, guys. Bye!